What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Saturday morning to you. Real Fan Man here. Hope everybody's well, healthy. I'm just going to do a quick part one for today update. Like I said, I'm here just doing a little bit of work on the layout. I brought my Glacier Sands model over and popped it in this one spot. I wanted to just take a look-see and see how good of a fit it would make in that spot, and it looks pretty good so far. That's that's choice number one. I'll show you a couple more choices in a second. Today, really, my main goal is, like I said, positioning some models, kind of like the way I want them. You know, that makes more sense in the operating aspect, and at least for me when I'm operating, and also for just the viewing experience of other people. So I'm not going to get too crazy. And looks like I got a couple of spots on this track I need to take a look at too. So anyways, over here, I was going to button this side up. Basically this whole stretch, just kind of tighten it down. I wanted to hot glue some areas, use some hot glue, secure these down a little more, solder some joints, and you know, so far I've had a couple of stall outs right here with my switcher going over it, and I mean, it's far better than what it used to be. Like a few weeks ago, it was like stalling like a few other spots on the layout. Like over here, for example, over here was a hot spot for some stall outs. So yeah, needless to say, I'm picking at it. We'll just put it that way. I'm picking at it a little at a time. So anyways, getting back to the Glacier Sands, another spot, I was thinking maybe in this corner right here, or potentially we'll take a trip down this main line here. There we go. We'll follow the train. Actually, we'll beat the train. This corner right here. So we're gonna have to do some track adjustment. So Lakeville Shipping is more or less that's not a permanent home for that. And this back, this industrial spur, this whole back track, needless to say, is probably going to get moved around a little bit. A little further away from the backdrop, not sure. So we'll see. Stay tuned for that. It's definitely an adventure. This track right here, potentially going to be my interchange lead, which I believe I've talked about it briefly in my other videos. So needless to say, it's going to basically follow the main line all the way around. You know, don't mind the mess, and it's going to come basically follow this train around here, I guess, or come out here somewhere. I'll just stop it over here. That's one idea for that. And yeah, probably gonna put a switching track right here, like I talked about before. It'll be my junkyard lead, which will come over here to where the Dairy Queen is, and probably won't be for a while. I don't know. I might move that around. We'll see. I mean, there's still a lot of planning going on here, so nothing's really set in stone, except for this guy. This guy's pretty much made its home right here. I did that last weekend. So that's the propane spot, and picked up a couple things at Dollar Tree today. I got this nifty little stand. Just I saw it there, you know, Dollar Tree, everything's $1. Just kind of sit this guy right there, and if I adjust it or maybe put something behind the phone on the stand. So I don't know. I figure I can use that for some like still video or still shots. Like if I want to use both my hands until I can find a tripod and take it from there, you know. I used to have a tripod I bought at CVS, but I misplaced it or broke or something, so not a big deal. And like I said, I picked up some sandpaper so I can start detailing some roofs, like this Dairy Queen roof, and then I'll obviously at some point do the Lakeville shipping. That's not completely finished, it's just, you know, small details here and there. The Glacier Shans, yeah, I could talk today. Anyways, Glacier Stands is pretty much finished. I have 2 conveyor belts to put together, a little more detailing, some decal work, you know, probably a little more weathering. However, the main structures are up. I have to actually put the ladders on the side. You see here, the ladders on the side of the elevator going up. So I get that little guy on down in there. So, and I just have to put the other ones up, put the railings on, so on and so forth. So that's that. Which I actually do like this kit. It's real nice. It was fairly easy to put together. The elevator was a little bit of a struggle as far as gluing it goes, but because it's so thin and long and lengthy, you know, so it's just, I got it, put it together. It's my fuel tank. So yeah, that's my spiel for right now. If you want to stand by for 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So my girlfriend bought this Dustbuster, Black & Decker. It's got 2 speeds, low and high. It's got the canister, easy clean. The tip here does extend out. You can see the arrow pulls out probably about a foot. So I figure it's, you know, pretty good for vacuuming track and small stuff on it. You know, for my small messes I make on the layout. So I'm happy with that. You know, she can use it on her layout at some point. Anyways, that's where I'm at, so I'm going to get started, and I will be back with a follow-up, part 2. So I hope everybody has a great Saturday. It's pretty cool out today here up in New England. Windy, very windy as well, or at least it was. It seems to have calmed down right now, so. Anyways, everybody stay safe, be well, and I will talk to you soon. Real Fan Man, signing out. What's up, fellas? I'm back Saturday afternoon. So I did some work on the layout. As you can see, earlier from before, I just done some, like the first base coat on the foam, and some on the tracks after I had soldered pretty much most of the joints in this area. Cleaned the tracks up pretty good. And used my, I should say, my girlfriend and I used Dustbuster. You know, to suck up all the small little fine particles. You know. So, anyways, yeah, I test ran some trains around before I did some painting here. And, pretty good connectivity. I'm pretty happy with the progress. So I'll try and run some trains around tomorrow. Give you guys like a little example of how it's running. So I gotta clean the tracks up over here a little bit, at least on the top of the rails, and then I'll get some trains running around. So that's pretty much it for today. Well, so the Glacier Sands, I believe it's either going to be here in this corner where I originally had it, or it is going to be in that far corner. So unfortunately I kind of ran out of time, so, but tomorrow is another day. So anyways, I hope everybody has a safe and enjoyable Saturday, late afternoon, evening. Have a good night, and until tomorrow, take care, everybody. Real Fan Man signing out. Hey everybody, happy Sunday afternoon. Third installment of my weekend update, and I've done a lot of work today. I know in my first video I talked about what I was going to do, some ground cover for the foam board, did some soldering and whatnot, relocation of buildings, or a location of some buildings that I have put together already. And I talked a lot about the Glacier Sands building, and I was talking to my girlfriend about it last night, and I was actually showing her some of the videos that I've been taking, and it came to my mind that maybe this could be a particular spot for the Glacier Sands. The track would need to be tweaked a little bit, basically pulled away from the backdrop, because where the fuel tank is, where I want to have it, it's not going to obviously go by, so I can move this track back a little bit. And also, originally this track does go through. You can see I have the office on that track, and that's not safe. It's not safely placed. And a real railroad obviously wouldn't do that. So what I'm going to end up doing, I believe, is I'm going to end the track right here and basically take this out. I'm going to take this switch out, and yeah, I'll continue this track towards the background on the east side here. And what I'll do is, I'll still keep this stub in. I'll use that for another industry, potentially another industry. However, the Glacier Sands might go there. I'm not sure yet. So it's actually, there's 3 spots that I'm thinking about putting this industry. That's crazy, right? Like, all right, why can't you just pick a spot and put it there? Well, I'm kind of picky when it comes to some things, I guess, and this just happens to be one of them. And then again, not to get off subject, but I have my Lakeville shipping right here, which might actually move too. I'm not sure. And I'm kind of glad that nothing's set in stone over here yet, which allows me the opportunity to move stuff around. For example, take switches out, and not have buildings on train tracks. So with that being said, we're going to stay tuned on that. And I will definitely have another video of where I will be permanently, or temporarily, I should say right now, putting this building. Because as I talked about in my previous video, sometime down the road, my girlfriend and I are going to get our own place together, and preferably with a basement. And if we have a basement, that's even better, or even a good sized spare room. And this will be taken down and probably reconfigured, which is okay, because I do like building the layouts and whatnot.
You know, the farther I get into it, that's great. You know, because it just gives me more practice on scenery and stuff. And you know, I always learn a lot from the videos that I've seen that you guys post, and all this I've learned from you guys pretty much growing up, and just years of building and tearing down, and you know, thus this layout has been up for quite some time. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of changes here and there, but again, I'm happy with the progress I've made so far, and you can see that this ground covering and the foam board, this is the first coat for most of it, and I think I'm gonna keep it and just touch up the areas that won't be covered, you know, by, say, buildings such as the Water Street freight terminal here. And I believe this is where I finally want this building. It gives me room for you know, the freight cars on one side, and you can see here, so I don't have to duck under the table. It gives me a little bit of room so I can have some trailers, you know, backed up, so as part of the scene. And this building still needs obviously some more work, which will be done in the, you know, upcoming weeks and months and all that. So what I used for painting the foam board here is just some acrylic paints that actually, these 4 big bottles I picked up at the Dollar Tree for $1 each. I have other colors too I use, but obviously, you know, the brown, that's a deep brown. You get the black, you get the red oxide, yellow oxide, and then this little guy right here, my girlfriend had a bunch of these little paints, and she let me use the cinnamon brown. And this paint pan, rolling tray, and the roller came with a different size brush. Picked that up at the Dollar Tree for you guessed it, $1. So simple things like that are great to have. And I ordered these off of Yankee Dabbler. I actually put one of them together today, and if you stand by, I will show you where it's at. And I'm back. Here it is. You can see it. I'll try and zoom in a little bit, or get the phone as close as I can. So I'll try and splice in a picture of one of my box cars I had on the track there when I took the picture of it. So, but I think they're pretty neat. Just gotta color it up, and it really does add some good detail for the track, end of track bumper. So I think that's pretty neat. And then kind of set up the Dairy Queen. Again, you know, I'll put a couple of Matchbox cars. You know, I got the truck rolling through the drive-through, and then you got another vehicle behind it. I want some food. I know these aren't the correct size vehicles to have. However, you know, I mean, for just a quick update, and you know, see what it would look like visually. I placed them there. I mean, between you and I think down the road they're going to become part of my junkyard anyways. Once I get the real deal, the true scale for HO scale. So in the meantime, they do their job. They work just the way I want them. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. You know, I did some soldering on the other side of the layout. Came out great, and believe it or not, I think I've only had one stall on my other locomotive during this video. So that tells me that I've cleaned the tracks very well, soldered the joints that needed soldering, and I hooked up the power wires correctly, which is awesome. And again, you know, a couple of Matchbox cars over here. Got the office for the Suburban Gas. You know, I got a regular old tank car right here. I believe it's not a propane tank car. It's probably just an oil, I think an oil can. So, just to, you know, get a perspective. I'd like to pick up some propane tank cars at some point. My next step really is going to be tidying up some more track. What else? Soldering some more joints, and then laying down some track color. Not exactly sure where I'll start with like the track color and ballast. I'm thinking maybe right here in this corner, like where these two main lines start on this this joint, and then just kind of work my way, you know, throughout the whole layout. You know, just come this way and go all the way around. So definitely making some progress. I hope everybody is enjoying their Sunday. And I'm gonna cut this video, edit it, and then obviously post it. Hopefully I don't get run over by a train here. So yeah, I'm very happy with the progress that's coming along. I mean, this locomotive right here is great. Love the ditch lights. Actually, I'm not gonna hit the horn right now. I'll wait till maybe you can actually get a good view of it. And yeah. So any questions, comments, suggestions are always welcome. I mean, I learn from you guys, so you know, I appreciate all the videos that you guys post. I learn a lot. And I just, you know, I'm grateful to have this hobby. I really am, because, you know, this hobby it's brought a lot of joy and happiness to my life, and it's brought some trials and tribulations at the same time, you know. But the reality of it is, it's all a learning experience, and you know, like I said before, I learned from you guys, and I just adapted to how I work on my layout, and thus far, you know, I have no complaints. I can't complain. So, all right, that's enough of my yapping. This is going to be a long enough video with three of them together. So, I hope everybody enjoys their Sunday. Have a good evening. I hope everybody has a great work week. If you're working, if you're not, work on some trains, will you? And be safe, be healthy. And I look forward to watching some more videos that you guys post. And yeah, take care. Have a great night. Be safe. Please like, subscribe, share, dislike, unsubscribe. Suggestions, comments, like I said, you know. And yeah, have fun with it. Alright, Rail Fan Man signing out. Take care, everybody.